who is Pioneer CEO of EFINA and a member of the technical committee rather. I'd just like to know if there are already infrastructure. Of course, a lot of people talk about the gaps in infrastructure, which could be a part of the exclusion that we talk about. For instance, if you go to the hard-to-reach areas where you don't have ATMs, which is supposed to be the closest, and you find that it becomes a bit more difficult for people to be interested. So are there infrastructure now being put in place to enhance the economic and financial inclusion that we speak of?
Thank you very much for that question. So there are a few things that have been done in the past as well to address this exact issue that you've described about distance to financial service providers. Agent banking was launched, I think more than 10 years ago, to address these issues where people could then transact at their various mom and pop shops local to them to do various transactions. But that also depends on having good mobile network operations in that area. So there are gaps of that sort that we need to address. We need to address first the mobile network, make sure that every single LGA has good coverage. We need to expand the footprint of agents to make sure that you can go to many different access points if you want to transact. We need to improve on our financial literacy as well, use infrastructure to get the financial literacy out. The NIN, we also need to ensure that we make the enrollment on NIN as easy and as simple as possible. And we also then need to make sure that when people are the less advantaged, of course, when they are going to get social grants or conditional cash transfers, we make the process as seamless and as easy for them and cost effective. Because if we don't do all those things, then some of the things that we're working on will not be so successful. So those are the key sort of infrastructure things that we're looking at in the short term, making sure that we expand access points, making sure that the ecosystem for using digital increases, making sure that people understand how they should use those things, improving on consumer protection, making sure people understand if I lose my phone, what happens, if my money goes missing, what happens. We need to protect the consumer more, educate them more in their language of choice, not just necessarily English, and then we'll feel that we have a more robust ecosystem that supports a good range of financial transactions, not just banking. I think once we get to that point, then we would really be able to get going. And micro pensions as well, they've done a lot of good work around that, introducing pensions to the informal workers, but we also still need to make sure that the process for if they want to cash out, because they're allowed 25%, that process, all those things, we need to make them as simple, as easy, and not complex at all, so that everybody then feels that they're able to participate irrespective of their level of education or the language that they speak. So those are the kind of initial infrastructure issues that we will be tackling as part of the committee. Thank you.